Bros, I'm feeling a little bit spooky indeed, man. We do have 4-1-2/2 tactics. Now, when it comes to probably being the most fun tactic, I think this is the one, because essentially it's like a very quick tiki taka play. It's amazing, man. I always used to love this formation growing up, you know, in obviously FIFA World, right there, doing those quick tiki takas, you know, with the Xavis, the Iniestas, even in FIFA 17 all the way up, like from champs, it was nice. But then obviously as time goes on, you know, we get all these other formations, like the 4-3-2-1 was very good for a moment, and then the 4-2-3. I said the 4-3-2-1, right? And then the 4-2-3-1 was very, very prevalent, bro. Very good. Everybody used to use it, you know, the two CDMs, the Lamb Ram. That's also a very nice one with Tiki Taka. But yeah, I feel like this one, you know, you at least have some defensive solidarity, bro. Solidity, you could say, with one CDM. And then you have the two CMs that essentially can play a little bit of a wing aspect, but most of the time they are very compressed. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Man, come on, you already know MMOEXP, the best coin website to get your FC26 coins. Get a huge jump start to your teams. I'm talking Mbappe's, I'm talking some of the best cards in the game, man. META, that's code META for the best cheapest coins. Check first link in description. Also 8% off, god damn. Let's jump over to the tactics, man. I've been using this formation for I'd say about 20-25 games, and I would say it is definitely difficult to try and find the best way or the best means to try and, like, you know, get it into the meta. So I would say it's not a meta formation per se, but it can be. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you know how to play this game, it definitely can be. I do think it's one of the most fun ones, more attacking than so defensive, you know. You got obviously your two center backs going to be on the defend. That's always normal. You got your two fullbacks on defend fullback. Now that's very important. I feel like if you have any of like the versatile roles and stuff like that, I don't know, for some reason I just feel like there's just so much gaps when that happens, so you just have to be wary, and that's why the defensive approach is being on 50, very stagnant, you know, very normal, very balanced, you could say, due to the fact that this formation is very attacking in itself. So you don't really want to have too much of a high line, because if you press from the top, you're gonna have gaps, especially it being so compressed. And also the wide aspects is you don't have players on the wide to kind of defend there, you know what I mean? So you have to play very centrally, and I do notice that post-patch playing centrally is actually not your friend, because if you really look at it right, if you verse the defenders, for some reason when you try to play those through balls, like in the middle especially, the defenders just latch on very quickly. I don't know what it is. They've obviously upped jockey animations and like defending in general, but I would say, as far as to say, it's still you know, it's still doable. You can still do it. So yeah, build-up style is going to be balanced now. I did use short passing for a brief moment, but I felt it's already so good in terms of tiki taka because it's so compressed that all you got to do is just hold in LB, L1 and PlayStation, and pass, because essentially that is the 1-2s that triggers the players off the ball movement and the AI to obviously get into positions when you need to. So when you have the short passing, you kind of want that to happen. Kind of like an artificial way, you could say, if that's the best way of saying it. This way, in terms of me having the formation, that's the most natural way of doing the tiki taka. But if you obviously have a formation that's a little bit stagnant, like a 4-2-1-3, you know, those type of formations, I feel like the build-up style should be on like passing, short passing, if you like those triggering of runs and stuff. Even though they will get out of position, at least you have the two CMs to help you, you know, if that makes complete sense. But yeah, I think build-up style and defensive approach, you know, because this formation is so attacking and very free-flowing, that you want to at least have some solidity, you know, in the back, and you don't want to be too erratic, if that makes sense. So let's jump over to the actual player roles now. When it comes to the goalkeeper, I always say it's your complete choice, but I always have my goalkeeper on defend, because when I obviously change it to balanced, I don't know, for some reason they act weird. They come out when they want to, which fair enough, it does say that, but I don't know, I just felt like I can bring out the keeper myself. I can move him. I feel like I have complete means of control when I have defend. But yeah, overall, goalkeepers are goalkeepers, man. The two fullbacks on defend, it is a little bit ratty to have two fullbacks on defend, but I feel like in this formation it makes sense, because, you know, you already have all the players up in the offing right there. You have your two fullbacks on defend, because if you don't have them on defend, yeah, just know that the players can get in behind really quickly when it comes to on the wides. So yeah, you want to at least have some structure in the back, especially fullback wise. But yeah, one thing I would say about this formation is I like to sometimes use my fullbacks to defend. Like, let's say if Kobe Mainoo's like situated a little bit higher, like you'll see in his heat map, right? He is on defend holding, But if he's situated a little bit high and I can't be like use him quick enough to, you know, defend, because, you know, in this game you only want to touch your CDMs or CMs to defend, but you can sometimes use your fullback sometimes to a certain degree, but just be wary, of course. But sometimes I like to have them because they're always going to be there in defend, fullback, you know, focus. So yeah, overall Frimpong and Beasley not the best in terms of defense. I need to actually upgrade them now that I look at it. Like, none of them have good defense, but they're very quick. That's the main thing, you know, to catch up to the wingers. I'd say have pace for majority of the players. That just is a given though, you know. So yeah, one CDM. This is going to be the player that is essentially your most, you could say, beast, the most like a tank, you know, someone that can just defend, like a Yaya Toure. We're looking at those type of cards. I wouldn't really say De Jong. I feel like De Jong, where he's situated, we will get to him, is the best placed. But I feel like Kobe Mino, I feel like even Pogba CDM is not a bad shout here. I just feel like he's more of a RCM or LCM. Even the CDM one, and then obviously the cam is the cam, but nonetheless though, Kobe Mino is very good in this position. You need to, please boys, please, I don't normally say have the roles of plus plus. In this one you need to have holding plus plus, bro. Either holding plus or plus plus. Having it on holding, yeah, or holding plus only is pushing it a little bit, but the plus plus just essentially means they're going to stay there in that position, be world class in that position the majority of the time. So you're always going to see him at that situated a little bit above this back line, and he's always going to be there to switch to when you need to defend. So that's why Mino is there at holding defend plus plus. Let's jump over to the two CMs. Now when it comes to the midfield structure, right, you have one B CDM like Yaya Toure, as I said. You know, I'm giving like, let's see, I'm trying to think of another player that can shoot many, you know. Then you have the guy that is essentially a box to box, but he's majority of the time defensive, but can play that offensive if he needs to. He's very good at passing as well. I'd say the perfect play is probably Camavinga evolution. Perfect in this position, man. Very, very good in terms of running and just being that guy that you always switch to when, let's say, you don't really need Minu yet. You can just like press from the top a little bit. He's going to be your trump card. You could even say he acts also in defense as well as attack. So I do think De Jong is perfect in this position as deep lying plus plus. If you have deep lying role and it doesn't have the plus plus, it doesn't matter that much. But I do think plus plus helps, or the plus. And then build up, due to the fact that I feel like the build up just helps Minu and De Jong have that 1-2s together. They act more of like CDMs if you really look at it. But yeah, deep lying obviously he is a player to attack as well, so do bear that in mind. But yeah, I've had it on defend. I felt like it's a little bit stagnant. I do think having that left CM to kind of be in attack sometimes is does well, because he knows his role, you know. He knows that he needs to defend, he needs to help out as well. And I feel like the compactness of build up is beautiful as opposed to defend. I feel like the defend, they're a little bit too closely situated. I feel like it means like they are what's the word, like they're bunching up, if that makes sense, you know. So yeah, build up is perfect. And then the main man, Paul Pogba, bro, this is your type of CM that is offensively inclined, someone that just runs to the box really well, just very good on the ball as well. Someone like a Bonmati, a Putellas, a Gujarro, you know, someone on that means of things. I do think having him physical though is a very nice thing, especially like shrugging, you know, with the LT or L2 on PlayStation. But I feel like this one, you can definitely have a small player on the RCM, someone that kind of acts as, you know, you could even say a cam, low-key, bro. I'm trying to think of a best player. Probably that new Foden that is in obviously the Scream Foden. Get that man in your team in this specific formation. He's going to be insane. Very nice card. Let's move over to the cam. Now for the cam, I actually want to take out Kill. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the Playmaker Plus or Plus Plus. And I feel like he's more of a winger. You know, I feel like in this position, someone like Arda Güler is perfect. You know, very good in terms of like with the incisive, you know, passing. Someone that just lays off the ball really well. He's going to be the guy that essentially gets the ball right and lays it off. If not, he even will be that guy that can also sometimes shoot. But I think I had it on Shadow Striker before, right? I felt like they're a little bit bunched up top. I like to have even classic 10 is nice, because you know he's always going to be in that cam position to lay it off and stuff. So classic 10 is not bad, especially with Arda Güler having, I think he has the classic 10 plus or plus plus. So bear that in mind right there. I do think that is a good shout. But Playmaker for me acts as like the most versatile one. It links the defense to attack. It's just beautiful in terms of like situating everyone together. You know, it kind of acts as that guy that just just links everyone together, bro. You know, in the family, you got that one, you know, cousin that, you know, essentially when he comes through, bro, it's a fun time, you know. At least that is for what was for me back in the day. But nonetheless, though, we do have the playmaker balanced. Now you can go roaming. I feel like roaming kind of means he can go even left, ram, you know, he goes wherever the ball is. I feel like it's roaming is only good for like midfielders. Do you get me? Like for cams, you need to have them in that specific role because they're the only, essentially, the guys to lay off the ball to someone. Yes, your CMs can do it, but you need this guy here in this position at balance. Trust me, it's the perfect one. Build up, definitely bunching, you know. You want to have balance right there. He goes left, he goes right, back, forward. You can check in the heat map. 2 strikers, no nonsense, advance forward, attack. Straight up, bro. You want them in that position, left or right, to just parry the goals. Sorry, not parry, to clinically finesse, clinically shoot the goals in. Basically, bro. So yeah, Hernan, Crespo, and Rashford. A little bit lanks up top, but I love Crespo in this game. I think he's got like 59 goals in like 30-something games for me. He is absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how the hell he does it, but he is good. I do think having a balance of a tall striker alongside a smaller one is perfect. You know, someone like a Claudio Pina alongside, let me think of another striker, probably, you know, that new Rafael Leao, you know, Mbappe, Dembele. Even I'd say Rashford and Claudio Pina together is quite possibly the best, and that's probably what you're going to see most of the time. So yeah, I do think it is one of the best right there. But yeah, let me know, boys, how this formation is working for you. We won't really need to play a game. It's just to showcase how this formation is. We can low-key play a game, actually. You know what, let's just jump in the game, bro. Let's jump in the game. Very first team, bro's running, I think, a 4-4-1-1, right? Crespo as well, hey. Remember I was saying it, boys. You need Crespo in the team, man. I got him from the icon pack. I hated it so much at the time. But once I got him, man, fell in love, bro. What a card. Okay, De Jong as a deep line. You see, sometimes he's not always just situated at the LCM, just chilling, but... Oof, unlucky. Let's see, we still have the ball. Just kind of just showing you, you know, how to kind of situate with... Don't just copy codes, boys, at the end of the day. You want to also know how to play with this formation. Very nice press from the main man, De Jong. Okay, we getting some very nice... sounded like a Frenchman right there. But we're getting some very nice things going, man. Let's go. Kuhl right there. Intercepting. Ref, thank you. So yeah, as I said, man, it's just trying to utilize the formations, and because I was playing around with it and I felt like the one that I had, you know, I think I had it at 61 line height with the 4-1-2-2/2. Didn't do well, bro. Didn't do well at all. Too much players up top, you know, and yeah, just very difficult to defend as well. But we do have something going. Just want to work it. Very nice. We're going to work it in the box. Very good turn, and unfortunately don't get the goal, but we're breaking his defense apart. Let's go. See, only using Kobe Minu to defend. That's what we need to do. Also make use of player locks. You know, that's just the main thing in terms of the meta though. But yeah, Kobe Minu, we're going to just chill like that. We've got currently De Jong chilling. Okay, I seen that ball. Fair enough. Good save. Very nice goal from him. We are currently playing, I think, Div 2 or 3. So it's not really the easiest thing, you know, to verse, because obviously they situated us in lower divisions after the season pass has like expired. Very nice from Kobe Mino as the holding. We're gonna do the double tap Y technique, and then we do get our goal. Now check how nice that is. Just very quick, fluid football. It's fun. As I said, at the end of the day, this tactic is gonna be more fun than anything. Yeah. Very nice player lock right there, and he moved his keeper very nicely. But you see what I'm saying? If you know how to play a lock, bro, and you have the 2 strikers up top, it's gonna work wonders, man. Beautiful layoff to Rashford. Militao catches up though. I was still gonna say in this formation, someone like Messi, I actually see this guy's got Messi, is playing him as a cam in a 4-4-1-1. Someone like Messi is perfect in the 4-1-2/2 because he can do everything, you know, and majority of the time he's a like ball carrier alongside like ball releaser. So someone like him is absolutely perfect. Look at my Crespo, boys. Do you see what I'm saying about this card, man? Beautiful stuff. Okay, let's go. Move your keeper again one more time, brother. Very nice layoff to Crespo. We have done the player lock as well. And yeah, having someone with that like stature, you know, that's a little bit taller, you know, someone that just has the strength, you could say, is very nice. It's a nice addition as well in this formation. Fair enough, man. Good goal as well from him. We just got to see something clear. As I said as well, again, a little bit difficult in defense. But this is probably the best setup, I think, if you want to play this formation. You know, you have one holding. You got at least the young that's a little bit of a... You could also have the young and holding. But I feel like he doesn't offer that, like, support, you know. The attacking support. So that's why I like him on the LCM. Another guy actually said a while back that he had his RCM on kind of like a wide... I don't know if it's a playmaker or like a wide CM, you could say. Because that basically alleviates the press. So, and it also has means of width, which kind of makes sense. So if you need a little bit of width, you can always have your CM on like that wide roll, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go with a quick passing. De Jong is running up. Very nice release. Very nicely done, bro, in terms of like passing. Pogba in playmaker attack. Did well to intercept. Kobe Mino holding a little bit higher. We're going to shield. Oh, he moves his keeper well. I don't know what I did with the shot there, but let's go. Very nice goal from Cool. I think that's how you say his name. I've been trying to like pronounce his name, but yeah, Cool right there, or Cool. One of the two, but yeah, let's go. Let's go. Come on, get the fourth. Now, as I said again, one more time, formation, very difficult to defend in terms of like, you know, if you don't know how to defend. But obviously, I know a little bit, even though I've conceded 3 goals. That's just the name of the game. This game is like that, you know, you're always going to concede. That's why you just have to outscore your opponent. And this formation is perfect for that. That's a very unfortunate goal to concede, man. And there we have it, boys. Unfortunately, the clips, I think, kind of went out right there. I think I misclicked, but nonetheless we ended on a 5-5. Now, yes, it's not the greatest obviously result, but this formation, as I said, man, this formation, what is it, the division that we're in is a little bit sweaty, and especially with the players that you verse, bro. Oh my days, man, you just get Claudio Pinas and stuff. But he had Crespo, funny enough. Shout out to him though, good player as well. But yeah, if you know how to defend, this game is, or this formation is going to do well for you. It's going to be fun. You know, it's more of a vibrant formation. It's something that you just use when you want to have fun with the game, bro. You know, you don't want to sweat it out and like defend the whole time. This formation is very attacking. It's fun. Tell me in the comments how you're going to use it. I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.